Ooh, hello. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. This episode is going to be completely fun. Welcome to the Digital Essentialist. This episode is called something to the extent of why I keep $1,500 on my table. Now, this video is going to come off as a flex. I know. Like when you talk about money in any form or fashion, there is some sort of flex that comes. But this is something that I think is so important for people and so important for me. Now, just to be so clear from the get-go, this helps me specifically because I have one insecurity, and maybe you may have the same insecurity, which is people pleasing. Now, before I get any further into the video, I do want to say, if this is your first time here, first and foremost, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you hit that like, the notification bell, and the subscription button, I would absolutely love that. Honestly, I don't even care about the notification bell as much as the like, because it tells me you enjoyed the video, and the subscribe tells me you want to see more. So if you do those things for me, I would so appreciate that. Now, let's take a step back. I absolutely love this tool because it helps me. It helps me stay focused on what's important. In work, it is so easy to stress, especially as a freelancer. It is so easy to stress out on client work. A way I've solved that is currently our projects that we sell are anywhere between $300 to $600. And I think I had to just come to the realization that at a certain point with a certain number of dollars in my bank account, I could solve any problem I had. I'm not doing crazy deals that would wipe me out. And so when clients come and they're stressful and they're annoying and they're asking for a lot, I've come up with a simple solution. I keep $1,500 on my desk. The reason I keep the $1,500 on my desk is it reminds me anytime stress comes, that if I either want to replace the client or replace the work, I can do it. So I almost consider it extra money. This is what I mean. Client comes, they're really annoying, they're frustrating, they're hard to work with. The project's $400. Well, 1, 2, 3, $400. I will refund the client and basically pay myself this $400. Boom, just like that. I dealt with the client. The problem is over. And this is so valuable. Because a people-pleasing tendency inside of me says, no, I have to make them happy. But when you're dealing with a client who's never gonna be happy no matter what, you're never gonna win. It's an impossible battle to play. And so I have just made this simple on myself, made it so simple on myself, and done this. This is actually what I do with my team. I don't necessarily give them money, but I've given them full permission. If you need to refund the client because they're a headache, do it. Literally do it. I don't care. Mainly because there are going to be difficult clients, and sometimes client relationships get complex for no reason. And the other side of this is also looking at money that it could also solve problems. So in today's world, and I think I just did a video on this recently, in today's world, you can almost hire anything out. So say you're a website designer and you're really good at website development. Let's say it that way. Website development, bit of design, but really good at the development side. But you're not good at like designing icons and graphics and all of that. Well, you could just hire out a design arm that can do the work for you, $300, $400, $600 a month, try a few services out. But once you find one that rocks, well, now that's part of your artillery and it's part of your like service that you offer to your clients. And so $400 just solved a huge problem as well. And some of you may say, well, I have clients that are way bigger than $1,500. Totally true. But that's where the $1,500 can be a solution for you. I think you could find almost any service you need for under $1,500. You need a content writer, under $1,500. Designer, under $1,500. You need help with code or development, under $1,500. I mean, if you're paying, there are people who are worth way more, but if you're paying for a good service, $1,500 is a good number. And this is the powerful part. This is the really powerful part. Once you stop wasting your energy on draining tasks, and once you put your focus on the things that develop your business or your freelance game or any of that, the things that really drive your energy forward, this literally is like a key. It just unlocks so much freedom so that when you take on new clients, it's not so stressful. Have the right contract in place, have the right paperwork in place, have the right systems in place that protect you. But at the same time, you will be treated unfairly when you're working with random people. It's just gonna happen. And so a way to avoid any additional stress, because you don't need any stress in your life, you don't need any extra stress in your life, have money on your table where you can refund it. And I think putting the physical money on your desk changes things as well. Number one, if people ever come over there, that's the first thing they see. Like literally that is the first thing they ever see. I often put it away because it's like, I don't want it to be a flex. But at the same time is like, I keep the money there for myself to remind me that I could easily refund the client. Now, if you're working with bigger clients, you could either solve a problem with buying an additional service, or you realize that they can be replaced. And I think what this builds inside, without getting into like too much foo-foo, is like more just abundance. Hey, it's gonna work itself out. It'll figure itself out. There's enough to go around. And this just helps remind me of that. Now, maybe you don't have $1,500 extra on your table. Maybe you could work your way up to that. Maybe you start with $500. Maybe you start with $300. Maybe you start with your smallest offering or package. Could be $100. And that way it sits on your table. And if that client starts taking 10, 15, 20 hours over what is expected of a typical project, well then you just know, okay, honestly, client, we've done our best. Here's everything we've accomplished so far. And I'm just gonna give you a full refund. Boom, it's done. You could obviously handle that wherever you think is most appropriate in your case, but at the same time, you've just given yourself a freedom card so that you could play that over and over and over again. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that amazing? It has allowed me to reduce so much stress. There's one client that said we were a total scam. He came to us and we did all the work, and then he just came to us and said, you're a total scam. I didn't try to go back and forth with him. We tried a little bit. We tried to just hey man, what's going on? Is there anything we could help with? And he just kept coming with he started getting derogatory or belittling. Once a client gets belittling, I cut it off completely. I will never work with a belittling client. Somebody who starts talking down to you, that is someone I will never ever work with or continue to work with in any form or fashion. And so once he got there, we literally cut off the relationship. We did all the work. We cut off the relationship by just giving him a full refund. We never heard back from him. That's a thought. So to simplify the process, $1,500 on your table. Start with 100, start with 300, start with 500. Physical too is just helpful because you see it. It just sits there. It just sits there and is part of your day to day. Helps remind you that you have that freedom, especially if you have the people-pleasing tendency. Your energy could get drained out of nowhere. One client hits you up because of an urgent email or because of an urgent message or because something needs to get fixed immediately. You say, hey, no, literally, this is how I work. If you have a problem, here, take the money back. You then have ultimate control. You have ultimate freedom. Anyway, that's all for today's episode. Thank you for watching The Digital Essentialist. I want to ask you, how do you deal with difficult clients? This is a method I've come up with that's been so helpful for me and my team, but how do you deal with difficult clients? I would love to know in the comments below. Again, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I would appreciate that so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.